Welcome back to this week's episode of Becoming More Me, the podcast for high-achieving entrepreneurs and professionals who know they want to be more and do less, and maybe have some trouble breaking those patterns. I'm your host, Theresa Levine. I'm an EFT master practitioner, hypnotherapist, mom of 4 boys, international best-selling author, and I'm here to guide you today. In the States, it's Thanksgiving today, so I just want to recognize that, and it's kind of like the kickoff for the holiday season if you're in the States. And I'd like to use this episode to kind of make that a centerpiece, but to give you something that I think is helpful year-round. So whatever your traditions might be, I know for us, we will be with my family having a nice Thanksgiving dinner together, something I look forward to every year, traditions I love, but I know it's not that way for everybody, you know? It's not always a gathering that people look forward to. There can be a lot of loneliness this time of year, or a lot of drama or relational challenges and things. But one thing that is prominent for me when the holidays kick in, and when we feel like there's so much to do and it's going to be an extra busy season, always, is that you were never meant to earn your rest, your joy, your pleasure. Okay, so I want to look at today as a bit of a reset for us high achievers. Okay, Thanksgiving can be kind of the entry point here, but this is really about nourishing our nervous systems, and it's about receiving, and it's about redefining what we're thankful for, not from any place of guilt or over-functioning, but from worthiness and genuine nourishment. So I know that everybody on some level feels a pressure of some sort around the holidays, and so many people are just secretly exhausted or resentful while trying to feel grateful and, in the holiday spirit and so forth. So I want to speak kind of to burnout culture and martyrdom, and we can be done with that on so many levels and still live in it, right? Let's talk honestly about that. Do a little EFT tapping. I haven't done that on a podcast episode in ages, mostly because I feel like if you're listening to a podcast, it's not always what you want to do. Some people are driving, you're doing the dishes, folding laundry, multitasking. It's not always the best time to pause, but this week we're going to do it. So if you are multitasking and you can't tap along with me, that's okay. You can just kind of bookmark it, hop to the end, and come back and do the tapping later. But I think it's really important to reframe rest as a prerequisite for genuine gratitude, and to understand how a dysregulated nervous system literally makes it harder to access true gratitude, intuition, joy. So what I've learned over the years is how rest and slowness and regulation are not rewards after suffering, but they're conditions that allow me to experience the very life I say, especially on days like Thanksgiving, that I'm grateful for. Although I'm somebody who does like to practice gratitude and appreciation 365 days a year. But it's definitely more out in the open and shared with more people on a day like Thanksgiving. And then if you layer in our ADHD or ADHD-ish busy brains, that can also confuse like constant stimulation with aliveness, So it's just another layer. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a round of tapping with you. And, even if you're in the kitchen or hiding in the bathroom for a minute of alone time, then you can at least just kind of, touch your collarbone or a tapping point that resonates with you, and take a breath and remind your nervous system that you belong here, that you're okay, that you're safe, and you don't need to earn rest. You were never meant to earn it. And that it's okay to put aside all that high achieving self pressure and just be today. And so many other days too. Because while it might be Thanksgiving today, this is no less true on any other day that we push ourselves to unreasonable expectations, trying to earn rest, relaxation, all of those things. So what I really like you to take away today is that Thanksgiving and the holiday season is not your annual performance review as a woman, man, mother, father, partner, daughter, son, whoever. It can be your yearly reminder that you deserve to live in a regulated, well-rested body, and that life gets to be richer when you stop trying to earn that. So if I can help get you to that place with a little bit of regulation, then that is my intention today. So let's do a little EFT together. Okay. And again, if you're driving or doing something that needs your full attention, then you can just listen now, or you can hop ahead and come back to tap with me later. But if you can pause for a moment, then just go ahead and plant your feet on the floor, soften your shoulders, let your hands be free to move along with me. And if you're watching on YouTube, then you can obviously see where I'm tapping and follow along. If you are listening, I will try to tell you the part of the body that I'm tapping on. I like to use 4 fingers on at least one hand. There are some points where you can use both hands, but you can use 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers. There's not a whole lot of rights or wrongs. So if I'm tapping the top of my head, I'm usually getting all 4 fingers and not my thumb is what happens. And where we're going to tap is going to be starting on the side of the hand, which is known as the karate chop point, which is like the side of your hand that your pinky is on. And you'll tap that with the 4 fingertips from the other hand. Okay. So almost think about how like your side of your hand with the pinky is kind of like chopping at those 4 fingers. Okay. Karate chop point. All right. So we're going to start there. And then as I move through the other points, which I will name top of head, which is literally that top of your head. Eyebrow, which is going to be right where the inner part of your eyebrow by your nose starts. Side of your eye is literally that, tapping kind of your temple area. Under the eye, also literally that, kind of like right where that bone is underneath of your eye socket. Okay. Under your nose, it's going to be that, upper lip kind of area. Under your mouth is going to be kind of that area above your chin, but below your lip. The collarbone area is going to be kind of right below the actual collarbone. And then under the arm is probably about 4 inches below your armpit on the side of your body. Okay. So now you have a little reference for where we're tapping. So take a deep breath with me. First, we're going to rate how things are feeling. Always important. Write it down, put it in your phone, whatever works for you. How intense does your body feel right now when you think about everything you have to do this holiday? Or the belief that you need to earn your rest? 0 to 10. 10 would be the most activated by that, and 0 would be like, nah, I'm cool. So, and if you're at a 0, you can also just hop ahead because there's no point if you're at a 0. But if you have some kind of activation between 1 and 10, then tap along with me, okay? So starting on the side of the hand on that karate chop point, you're just going to repeat after me. Out loud and with emphasis is always better than in your head, but either is fine, okay? Let's go. Even though part of me believes I have to earn my rest, and there is so much to do, I choose to be kind to myself today. Even though my body is bracing for all the things and all the people, maybe even all the expenses, it feels like there is no space for me. I'm open to the possibility of a different experience this time. And even though I've spent years proving my worth by doing and giving, especially around the holidays, I'm willing to start believing that I deserve rest and support simply because I exist. Now we're going to move from that karate chop point to the top of the head. All this pressure to make everything nice for everyone else. We're going to move to the eyebrow. This invisible holiday labor that nobody really sees. Side of the eye. Part of me thinks I have to hold it all together. Under the eye. There's no room to slow down. Under the nose. If I stop, everything might fall apart. Under the mouth. My nervous system is on duty. Scanning for everything that could go wrong. Collarbone. I'm tired of carrying that load, that hypervigilance in my body. Under the arm. And I notice how exhausting that pattern feels. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And if you find yourself yawning like I just did, that is great. That is energy moving, and it is always a good sign when you are doing EFT tapping. So just let those yawns come. All right, back to the top of the head. What if I don't actually have to earn my rest? Eyebrow. What if rest is the thing that lets me actually feel grateful? Side of the eye. My body deserves moments of slowness, even in busy seasons. Under the eye. It's safe for me to take a breath before I react. And so I can respond. Under the nose. Safe for me to be human. I'm not some kind of holiday handling machine. Under the mouth. And I'm allowed to receive help and support and ease, even if I'm not used to it. Collarbone. I'm allowed to enjoy the holidays too. Oh, there's another yawn. Under the arm. I'm open to experiencing this holiday in a way that also feels good to my nervous system. Going back up to the top of the head. Choosing little pockets of regulation for myself. Eyebrow. Even if they're right in the middle of the chaos. Side of the eye. Choosing to honor my limits without apologizing. Under the eye. Choosing to let my worth be untangled from how much I do. Under the nose. I choose to allow rest before burnout. Under the mouth. I choose to trust that a calmer me is a gift to everyone I love. Collarbone. I choose to receive support, joy, connection, time, and help. Under the arm. I choose to believe that I was never meant to earn my rest and enjoyment. Top of the head. And just one more deep breath in. I'm worthy of rest, nourishment, and genuine gratitude right now. All right, you can stop tapping. Take one more deep breath. Maybe give yourself a little butterfly hug where you cross your arms across your chest and kind of haven your arms up and down with your hands on the arms. Roll your shoulders a bit, maybe roll your neck, unclench your jaw. Yawn if you feel like I do. Just notice how your body feels. Hey, quick pause to let you in on something you might not know. You know you can book a totally free, no pressure 15-minute insight call with me? Yep, just you and me, chatting about the real life stuff that's feeling heavy or unclear or stuck in your world right now. Whether that's in your business, your body, your relationships, your energy, all of the above maybe. We'll explore what's really going on beneath the surface, and I will share a few personalized insights to help you start moving towards the outcomes you truly desire and get out of your own way with clarity, peace, momentum, and abundance. Just go to gamechangingconversation.com and grab a time that works for you. I can't wait to connect with you and hold space for your next breakthrough. All right, let's get back to the episode. Because while I'm yawning, I definitely don't feel tired, but I do feel a lot more relaxed, and I feel like I definitely released a little something that was hanging out in there that I might not have even realized was blocking my energy. So if you checked in with a number at the beginning, notice where it is now. Did it shift at all? Typically in these situations, it goes down. For some people, it goes up. Neither is right or wrong. Just notice what is true for you. And you can come back to this little Thanksgiving reset anytime you want to. Okay, just take a few minutes. You can run into the bathroom and do it if you're at a large family gathering. You can go sit in your car for a few minutes, step outside with a pet dog or something for a little while, take a walk, get a breath of fresh air. Your nervous system responds so well to these little moments of care. And if this lands with you and helps you, please share the episode with somebody else that could use it this year or next year, knowing that this is great all the way through the holiday season or any other times when the holidays are just a stage for what happens all year round, right? The holidays are piling on gifts and meals and gatherings and pressure to make things perfect. But if we zoom in, we can see like, hey, isn't this also happening on a Tuesday night in March? You know, when we maybe feel guilty because we're not cooking a big dinner, or when we think we have to say yes to everything, even when our body is begging for a break and our calendar is just overflowing. So the holidays just kind of amplify the patterns that are already there. And that's actually a beautiful mirror to help us see where we can create real change, more support, and more genuine peace. Now, you can definitely get some on this very day this year, but think about how you can also plan ahead and make next year different in ways that are meaningful for you. And we can highlight how becoming more regulated in these everyday moments, right? Like learning to say no or learning to ask for help is the real key to making the holidays and honestly every day feel more nourishing. That's what it's all about. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you have a lovely Thanksgiving, however you are spending it, and a great holiday season. Of course, we've got a lot of episodes before we get through the holiday season, but I just wanted to, provide something a little different this week and let you all know how grateful and appreciative I am every time you choose to listen to the Becoming More Me podcast or dive into our school community and share and be part of it, or you choose one of our programs and you learn to heal in a new way. I'm always grateful and so glad to be on this journey with you. So I always like to say we're all just walking each other home, and I feel blessed and grateful that I get to do it with such amazing people as I get to cross paths with on this journey. So super grateful. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for listening. Please like, share, whatever works for the platform you're listening on. Review if this was a helpful episode for you. And thanks for listening. Thanks for spending some of your precious time with me today. If you loved this episode, please leave a review or simply share it with someone else who would get great benefit from it too. If you share on social media, please tag me so I can personally connect and thank you. Until next time, keep taking bold and brave steps towards becoming more of who you want to be in this world. You are capable, you are worthy, and you are enough. And if your inner critic is still trying to argue with those facts, hit me up. We've got work to do.